Hello, I'm Mitra Sorrells in the PhocusWire studio with Mariano Dima. He is CEO of Civitatis. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Great to see you. So let's talk, of course, about Latin America. We know that it's really at an inflection point right now. Our Phocuswright research shows that digitalization is accelerating with most bookings now made online, and that growth is outpacing GDP despite some currency volatility. So from your vantage point, why is the region strategically pivotal right now? And which countries really matter the most for rapid growth as well as sustainability and traveler trust?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Latin America, as you said, is a massive market opportunity. 850 million people speak Spanish and Portuguese in the area. I mean, GDP is, outpacing other regions. Travelers are super connected. Internet penetration is almost kind of high, in comparison with other countries in the world.
Yeah.
And the travelers as well. They have a highest intent. As you know, Latin America has a lot of inflation. So when people have the money, they want to spend it because they don't know what happened next. So there's a significant level of interest. And the reason why, this is so important for us, we've been spending, almost, 15 years of history of investing, building the right supply, working with a lot of partners, building technology, API integrations to ensure that we are, the best and the best place to leverage this opportunity. Obviously, it's a challenged region because of inflation, because of the economic environment. However, I think that Civitatis we built for the last 15 plus years has been a really strong footprint of leveraging, building the brand, and actually building the right supply for the Latin American market.
Okay. And can you speak to any specific countries that you would say?
Definitely, Mexico, Brazil, Argentina are the kind of the top big countries. But you would be surprised. Chile is kind of growing really fast. It's a lot of travelers, the same with Colombia.
Yeah.
So, and don't, never underestimate as well. There's a lot of Spanish speaking people as well in the US.
Right.
So this, that when we talk about Latin America, we're talking about America. So massive area of opportunity. And as you say, it's a big inflection point because people is better connected.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know as well, based on the research, there's a lot of international airlines increase their frequency as well with Latin America. So the second highest growth after Asia. So the people is better connected and willing to spend more in experiences.
Okay. So let's talk then a bit about the travel content. We hear the term curation so much nowadays. Help us understand your definition and how you're really determining what is included versus what is excluded.
Yeah, curation is a critical word for us. Curation, everybody's talking about it, but the reality is that we take it very seriously from day one, right?
Yeah.
So we basically reject more than 70% of experiences that bring to us because we really make sure that the best ones, so we are able to curate them, clean it, work very well on the product definitions as well.
Okay.
Because remember, this industry is very different from flights or hotels, right? You have two beds. The pricing is very sensitive.
Right.
In this particular case, you need to work very, very hard on defining what is included and what is not included.
Right.
So at Civitatis, we have 90,000 experiences around the world, reaching visiting almost 160 countries. And the way that we do that is we make sure that we have a team of experts in the destination managers that actually vet every one of them to make sure they're very well described and actually delivers what we want to deliver. And that's something that we're really obsessed about is customer feedback, right?
Okay.
The way that we check success and the way that we focus that we always constantly improve is that customer reviews.
Okay.
Right now we have 5 million reviews with 1.9 over 10 scores. So what that means that we spend a lot of time kind of talking and learning about what's good and what's bad, and we feed that through AI tools as well to make sure that we always acquire the best quality of inventory.
Okay. So, I mentioned off the top that we're seeing a lot more digitalization across Latin America, but certainly there are still a lot of operators that are potentially offline or partially offline. What are the most effective ways that you have found to bring some of those suppliers into more modern systems? And is there a role for AI in this?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. As you know, still Latin America, it's an offline market, particularly from the kind of B2B and working with agencies. We have more than 8,000 agencies already connected across the region. And the best way we kind of found out is that we have a really strong B2B team, right?
Okay.
That we talk to them every week. We engaged in every fair. We actually learn about what is important for them, what's not important for them. There's a lot of people connected online, but actually the majority of them are very small. So at Civitatis, we created like a proprietary tool, which is kind of a digital kind of supply platform that everyone are able to kind of go there and just book the right expenses for the clients.
Okay.
Right? So from that perspective, it's super important, and it's just a relationship, right? So we're very well known. That's the benefit of spending more than 15 years in the region.
Okay. So when we talk about experiences, of course, we have to talk about creators and short form video, really hot topics right now. How are you thinking about social media and about helping to translate that discovery into bookable inventory?
Yeah, I mean, social media is not an add-on channel. Social media, it's one of the principal areas to actually dream and discover and actually watch what's really going on. And because I remember the experience is not just hotels that, you can show the room and that's it. I mean, experiences,
Right.
You show laughing, you show enjoying the time that you spend. And so social media is really important for us. Particularly in the region, it's a very connected region. 8 or 9 hours of the generation Z they spend online, right?
Wow.
So, and TikTok and YouTube are the highest penetration around the world in Latin America.
Okay.
So that's why we spend a lot of investment and time there. So we have more than 1 million followers at Civitatis. That is the highest, connected and engaged channels that we have. And just to give an example, I mean, we did a specific engagement with one influencer in Brazil, talking about something to go into Argentina, and just that activity drove 2.5 million views.
Wow.
And increased the sales by 50%. Wow. Right, so that shows you that because people really care about it, they take inspiration, but not beyond that. Actually, they go and then book.
Yeah, very, very interesting. Well, certainly it's an exciting time to be watching what's happening in Latin America. So great to touch base with you, Mariano Dima. Thank you so much for joining us in the studio.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.